Guitar players, when you first look at the guitar for the day, like you wake up and you look across your bedroom and there's your guitar, or when you get home from work and you go in your little guitar cavern and you see your guitar and you pick it up, what's the first thing you do? Did you miss me? Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to run some errands. Yeah. I missed you too.
Dude, what is wrong with you? Why do I even watch this channel?
Do you have a strict regimen? Do you have a routine? Do you do warm-ups? Do you just start playing a song? Is it always the same? Is it always different? Or are you just kind of like, I don't know what's gonna happen? You know what? Let's talk about practice, okay? Let's do it. So if you don't know me, in November of 2023, I started this channel because I made the very wise decision to be a rock star, or to try to become a rock star. And I'm still making videos. I'm still working towards it. Well, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get there, but the odds are against me.
Yeah, dude, the odds are against you because you suck. Yeah.
And one big problem I had when I started is I really wasn't that good of a guitarist. I don't know if I'm that good of a guitarist now. I've improved. So obviously, to get good at the guitar, it is not finding videos that tell you little secrets like, stop doing this on the guitar. There's one simple reason why you're not getting any better at the guitar. How come I'm not good at the guitar? That's right, if you don't cut your fingers off, you still have fingers to play the guitar. Since the day I started my goal to be a rock star, I have played the guitar every day, except for one. I was hiking, I was out in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't want to be carrying my guitar on. Yeah, this looks like a great place to camp. Hey man, get the food out, I'm so hungry. Food, what are you talking about? All I have is my guitar. And I'd have to say I'm averaging probably 2 hours a day of practice, or at least playing the guitar. And the thing that bothers me, now this might be that I'm a little neurotic, but what bothers me is often I think, am I practicing correctly? Am I getting the most out of my practice time? I don't think I am. What do the experts say? How much of your time practicing the guitar should you spend on certain aspects? Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on. So there's 5 things that the experts say. Number 1, warm up and technique. 25% of your time should be spent on warm up and technique. Okay, the second thing, theory and fretboard work. The experts say 15% of your time. Third, song practice, repertoire. Repertoire? I can barely say the word. 35% of the time, the experts say, of your practice time, 35% of the time should be song practice. The fourth thing, improvisation, creativity. 15% of your time should be spent on that. And the last thing is recording and listening back. They say 10% of your time should be spent on that. The experts say that, but then it also says it's optional. So I guess you could take that 10% and put it towards something else. So what do I do when I pick up the guitar? Okay, let's just try it. I have not picked up the guitar for today. Even though the camera's going and I know I'm making a video, I'll try to spend the first couple minutes doing what I usually do when I pick up the guitar, okay? Yeah, I would say that's a typical thing that I do when I pick up the guitar. I don't play that exact same thing. I didn't know what I was going to play when I picked up the guitar. I just start playing notes. And a lot of times I start in the key of E minor, pentatonic scale, and I just start doing things in that scale. I guess that would be my warming up, but I don't find myself doing regimented things initially when I pick up the guitar. I do find though, a lot of times when I first pick up the guitar, in the first 15 minutes of playing, I will come up with a new riff that kind of catches my ear. That's the time I find my new riffs to work on that hopefully become songs or might become songs. So I don't know if I want to change my routine, because that's probably my biggest goal, is I want to come out with cool songs. Maybe my mind is the freshest at that point. And then maybe the longer I play, the more I get stale. I don't know. So if I were to put a percentage on this part of my guitar playing, I'd say I do this 15% of the time. Unless I get onto some riff that I'm really liking, then I obviously will play much longer, working on that riff and trying to see if I can come up with other things around that riff. But a lot of times, I don't come up with a riff that I think is awesome. And what will happen is I get into little patterns where I'm like, I do this all the time. Like I think this is a pattern of something I do all the time. Like that one right there. I do that way too much. I do that way too much. Whoops. So then when I find myself getting into that where I'm like, I keep doing that, okay, I gotta change, I gotta move on in my guitar practice. What do I do next? So then what usually comes next is like, let me work on a song I've been working on. So I've been revisiting Little Wing, and sorry if the tone isn't right. It's a tough song. What's nice about playing that song, or at least trying to play that part, is it's so hard. And to get the nuances, to make it sound cool, I got a long ways to go. It's always fun to work on that. My fingers have to do a lot of different things. But the problem is I don't know any songs all the way through. And sometimes that really bothers me. It bothers me, but do I go and pull out the tab book and learn it all? Or do I go and jump on YouTube and learn the whole thing? No, I don't. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that might hurt me when I get to the point where it's time to play live. But if you've been watching my videos, you know I talk about I want to play original songs.
He said he won't play covers. Get him!
What kind of new band doesn't play covers?
So I think in the back of my stubborn head, I'm just like, yeah, I'll learn the parts because it's challenging and it teaches me new things. But then I want to spend my time working on my own songs. I would say of the playing other songs, 15% of my time. So as I was saying, then what I usually want to do is work on my own songs. This is something that came up recently. It's the newest little riff I've come up with, but as you can see, it's not tight. I'm still working through exactly how I want to play, and I just started yesterday working with timing and what is that going to be? Is it going to be 120 beats per minute, whatever? However, it's a little riff that sticks in my head, and I'm hearing it all day long, so I'm going to go with it. I'll spend like 30% of my practice time working on that song. I always find that a ton of fun when I'm doing that. So the next step is when I'm working on my own songs is I want to record them. One thing I've learned is I can play a riff, I can think it sounds awesome when I play it, but then when I record it and listen to it, it's not as awesome. So I do think it's an important part to record and listen to something that you're working on. And I would say I do that maybe 10% of the time in my practice time. And lately it's probably a little bit more because I've been working on fine-tuning the songs I've been writing. And I would have to say the recording stuff is the job part of when I practice. It's the thing toughest to make myself do because it requires a little bit more regimen. Actually, no, it's not the toughest. Theory stuff, that's the toughest to me. People start talking theory, I get lost. With the percentages I've given you, that leaves 30% of my playing time. Where does that go? What am I doing there? And this is where I feel even worse in that it's probably just me noodling, going back to just doing whatever comes to me. And it's not very regimented. And I think if I want to become a much better guitarist, or if I want to become a rock star, maybe I need to take that 30% and whittle that down to 10% and take 20% and put it towards theory and fretboard work. Lately, I have been working with my instructor and saying, dude, give me some licks. I gotta work on licks in E minor. I like the sound of E minor. A lot of my songs are ending up in E minor, A minor. Licks in those minors, please. Ultimately though, for me, it's never consistent. It's never the same. Sometimes I'll pick up the guitar and I'll start working on one of my songs right away. It's the first thing I play, sometimes. Other times, I've worked on learning a song pretty much 80% of the time. So it's never consistent. And I've noticed that, so I usually don't let that bother me. And the thing about this world that we live in, it's like, if you want to get really good at the guitar, or if you want to start a business and be really successful at it, basically if you just want to be at the top of your game or be really good at something, there's always people trying to take advantage of you, to sell you the shortcut, to give you a secret that allows you to be successful if you pay them, or they make claims on YouTube videos because they want you to click because they make money. I think one thing I am proud of is that I keep practicing. What I like about it is it's not work. I always want to pick up the guitar and play. I practice it every day. That's good. So it's better than doing nothing, right? In terms of your practice schedule, tell me about it. Is it regimented? Is it always the same? Is it kind of like all over the place? Has it changed over the years? Like if you've been playing for 30 years, is it way different than it was when you were like 15? Let me know. And speaking of practice, now I have to go practice. Okay, see ya. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, subscribe. I haven't had growth for a month. Subscribe, okay?